For the last 15 years, Kana Farm has grown into a money-making venture and a training center.
Those who have 4 acres, they can have 4 economic activities.
This has worked as an orientation focus for both upcoming and already established farmers.
We have seen cows, we have seen poultry keeping.
How it comes to be, when it starts, and how the journey has been so far leads to another question of what the farm vision is.
The demand for food globally is high. The future is bright.
The answers to most, if not all these questions, are what we are about to find in this extraordinary visual exposure. Not a day goes without seeing serious activity go on around here. Whether a working day or a weekend. It is a Saturday, and evidence to a beehive of activity here is just open for anyone to see. A group of farmers from neighboring villages has visited to learn a thing or two. The farm founder is taking them through what transpires from poultry to livestock, all the way to vegetable growing. The end of the tour climaxes to some classwork form of training. It is at this point that questions are posed and answers are given.
Enkoko ezenyama nezamahuli nkutwala kutandika nizisobora kutwankera.
Ezenyama nizangwa muno kuleta sente kiraza zamahuli habwaki wiki mukaga n'otundi wiki mukaga enkoko enyama obokugirolera kurungi wiki mukaga nebenya kilemu nekichweka.
Such moments take place here on a weekly basis. Over 50 farmers are often seeking knowledge.
Those farmers who come from far, they contribute a fee. But those ones within, it is like giving back to the community. It is a responsibility of this farm and myself to ensure that they get this knowledge free of charge.
These particular ones are led by Kagwire Elisa, the LC1 chairperson of Bwavya village. They are composed of farmers from Bwavya and Munisha villages. Both are from Bwavya parish in Rwengaju sub-county.
From today and onwards, we have seen that Nyakana is making a lot of money in a small farm. He have told us he has 1 acre where he's making all this money. And because we have been hearing from peoples, and we have been thinking that it is not true, but since we have reached here, we have found it very, very true, 100%.
They are here to benchmark on what they can do to improve on their farming practices, to prove their commitment. They are not returning to their homes the same way they came.
Sima muno munyore Nyakana bwa musajja murungi tanyina itima atwolekere kyona ekyabere nakyo nanko kujya kitandikire nko kwakikozire nanko kwarukigobamu namegezi agatoyire itumusima mukamarhanga muhumugisa nyo nanyo nyeraganizo bunkuruga hanu ningoza kugenda kulenga kukoleka ijukyente no kulinda enkoko nuko nanyo nsobole kugirenta ndugwarundu kugirenta asha ya bulikiro omkayange.
I have heard from him how he's making money from poultry keeping. He's producing a day 120 trays of eggs, and this brings him a lot of money, and this have enticed us very much. We are going back to do what we have learned from him. All of us, we have agreed together that let us go and improve our homes and make what we have learned from him.
This is how significant this 1 acre model farm has turned out to be. It is found at Rwengaju sub-county in the Kabarole District of Toro sub-region in western Uganda.
So my visit here is twofold. I am a learner. I've been practicing, but I've seen that I have to improve on some areas. Secondly, also to touch base with the President's contact in socio-economic transformation, to see the challenges, because one of the challenges that we have is that those who are supposed to monitor such farmers at the district level lack something. They do not quickly visit them to check on them.
But where did it start? How was the idea conceived? And what was it meant to address? "2008 was the year. An idea born out of motivation came to fulfillment. The President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, was traversing the country, preaching the gospel of wealth creation. Richard Nyakana was among the recipients of the message. A young man then, he had just lost his parents. They left him with not enough land for farming.
His Excellency the President was coming up with very good mathematics of how one can make money. It was so motivating, but we didn't have the land. We had only 1 acre piece of land, which was left by our father.
But life had to go on. Left between a rock and a hard place, it was time to either embrace or detest the President's gospel. He opted to give it a try.
After 2 months, we pondered on what we can do. We said, no, let us start with whatever we can on this small piece of land. But we could not go for crop because His Excellency the President's message, his calculation, he was looking at the coffee that was seasonal, looking at the dairy, zero grazing that can generate daily income from sale of milk, looking at the fruits which was seasonal and all that. I said, now since the land is so small, I want to take up the idea of the President, but I will utilize this 1 acre piece of land to ensure that however small it is, it generates some income. So I could not go into the crop sector. I decided to go into the livestock because I could do zero grazing and I could do poultry.
Today, it is work in progress. There is no reason for him to regret. From 10 birds, the chicken multiplied to 50 within a short time. They are now in their thousands.
I had a very big challenge of thieves who at one point came and took 17 birds, and it was a drawback, but I mobilized some credit facility from a group, a farmers group. I got a small credit, a loan of about 3 million that time, and I took up the venture seriously. So I concentrated on poultry. I procured the 200 birds, procured feeds when I got that small loan, and then from a farmer group, because we had mobilized the young people and started our own farmers group. So this farmers group has of late grown to about 80 members. It is a big one and we have money there. But before that, I pushed on with the poultry unit, and this poultry unit kept on adding on.
Nyakana's quest for wealth did not confine him on just poultry. In 2014, he added on another challenge. From the 2 heifer cows that he acquired, they have since grown to 8 in 2023. This is equally no mini achievement.
The president was saying, for one to survive very well, you must earn. You must have 4 sources of income. You must have money every day. You must have money every month. You must have income every season. And you must have income every end of year. So I looked at what I was doing. It was just one source of income. So in 2014, I said, no, let me add on the 2 cows. The dairy picked seriously because right now I have 8 cows in the structure. I'm milking 5 cows out of the 8, and I'm able to sell 120 liters of milk from these 5 cows on a daily basis, every day.
The introduction of livestock came with other opportunities. The taking up of biogas saw the putting of waste to proper use. And that is how cow dung has become a source of energy and manure.
This gas which we are producing is a lot. We are not utilizing all of it. There's a lot of waste actually, because this plant can give us gas for 5 hours. Now we cannot use it all the 5 hours. I was looking at how best can we package this gas. Unfortunately, I've not got the technology yet in the country. I've tried to search the technologies in Kenya because I saw on the internet, YouTube, the Kenyans are packaging this gas, but Ugandans, we have not yet reached that level. We want the technology to package this gas so that people can stop now going to procure these cylinder gases of Shell, of Total, of what they can always utilize. And that foreign currency that goes out can stay local. But it is something we are looking at in future. Perhaps another thing that we are managing to sell now is the manure. The manure, every month we are selling 2 lorries. Each lorry is 300,000. So that one brings the context of what His Excellency the President envisaged, that at least for every household to survive well, you must have 4 sources of income. So we have moved that far, buying his idea, coming trying it on this 1.2 acre piece of land, and then starting small, and we have grown to that level. We can every day sell 100 liters of milk. Every day we are managing to sell 120 trays of eggs. That is daily income. Every month we are selling manure, 2 lorries. That's monthly income.
What would otherwise be a challenge of shortage of feeds for both birds and livestock is no challenge. A feed production plant was successfully installed and is fully operational.
So I also moved and diversified. Got the feed mill, the machines which processing the feeds, as the third economic activity. I got these machines and now they are processing feeds. We are processing feeds for this livestock, for the both poultry and for the dairy, for the cows. Now we are able to process 1 ton of feeds every day. Those are 1,000 kilos. But our daily intake is 650 kilos per day. So we are able to sell the balance to the farmers who have got poultry, who have got cows around. That is also an economic activity.
All this is taking place on just a 1.2 acre farmland. What now remains is the quest for sustainability. The journey to this pursuit has already begun, with about 10 more acres of land successfully acquired.
Our problem was space. Now we have procured the land. We are developing pastures right now. We are setting up sheds, and all the calves which are sired by the mothers here, we are taking them to that site purely for breeding, so that the farmers can get very good breeds from here, which we are sure of. We breed our cows to 2 years, 24 months, then we serve them, so that the heifer is really strong enough and old enough. We serve them, and when we serve them, after 4 months to 6 months, between 4 to 6 months, we sell them to these other farmers to continue with the breeding.
The success on this farm is just but the perfect description of a journey of 1,000 miles beginning with one step. From just 10 birds in 2008 to now over 8,000 chickens for both meat and eggs. From just 2 heifers in 2014 to now 8, earning the farm both daily and monthly incomes through sales of milk and manure.
One Nyakana in Rwengaju who put the president's 4-acre model onto 1 acre and is able to get some money, the money that the president has been talking about. So he challenged me and he said, you go and see Nyakana. From there you have to go to Kisozi, talk to Narwanga, you have to go to Makulubita. So I have some places I'm visiting, and that's why I'm here. And I have witnessed the 4-acre model seated on 1 acre with a number of enterprises being done, from poultry, from dairy, you know, and then food security is here, and the quality and the productivity on this farm I have witnessed. The mechanization I have seen, the machinery that we have, and also the needs about the 3-phase transformer, because they want to add value. They want to do. They want to add value on the milk. They want to add value on the poultry by maybe having a hatchery here, which requires 3-phase generator.
All these have guaranteed that the set objectives of earning daily, monthly, seasonal and annual incomes are fully achieved.